Today we are going to learn Scratch. We are going to start now. Um, as you can see, we have the scratch screen, and inside Scratch, I'm going to teach more so many things about Scratch, and I'm going to go all of these things today. I'm going to teach all of these things. First, we are going to start with move 10 steps. This will move 10 steps, and I just use move 10 steps. And for now, let us just take this button. When I just press this, it will move 10 steps. And now turn 15 degrees. As you see, when I just press on this button, it will turn 15 degrees. And next, we have learned this both parts. So let us keep it aside and turn 15 degrees towards left. And when I just press this, it turns. Or I can just press it directly also, it turns. I think still here you understood this. And we have learned this also. And go to random position. See, when I just press on this, it goes to any random position, and if I just keep mouse pointer and when I just press this, it comes just the mouse pointer side. See, if my mouse pointer is here, that's why it's coming here. And we have learned go to this. We have to learn. See, if I just keep this over here, first if I just bring it here, I can just bring it there. This just use helps for jumping. This just helps us for jumping. Even like if we are at this position, you want to jump to here, you can just keep like this and you can just keep repeating steps. I will just teach you that code also. First we have learned still here, then glide. This glide 1 second helps to just move front to any direction. When I just keep mouse pointer and just make it, it glides to the mouse pointer side. You can make, you can reduce the time, anything. So next I'm going to use this. This you can use like this also, like as I said, like this only. When I just click up of this, it goes to this position and like this. Over here we just use numbers for the position to determine, and this is point. You can just make its point little different. You can just point it to other direction also. -90. When I just press on it, it points there. So I'm gonna point it this side to half. So when I just press, points there. Just helps you to know where can you point. So for example, I'm going to just keep the point direction as this. I'm going to just press this. So it points. Point 90 is the correct exact straight right. And we have learned this many keys of movements or motion. Now next we're going to just go to points towards mouse pointer, anything. Let us just see this. I just press on it, it just points towards mouse pointer. My mouse pointer is here, it just points towards it. And next, change XY. When I just press this, it moves to the right side. But first let me make this bright straight. When I just press up of this, it just moves to the right side. Instead of this, if I just keep change x by -10, it moves to the left side. For this we can use other key also. I will say it soon. Like the keys, We can just press space, it will go there, we can just keep that and just set, it will set the point there. For example, when I just keep here, I'll just keep it here, and when I just press this, it goes there. And change y by moves the sprite up. The character is called as sprite. The character is called as sprite. When I just press it, just moves up. And when I just did it -10, just moves downwards. I think you'll like still here and over here. Just move the sprite here. You already know this. Just goes upwards. When I just press this, I'll just keep the sprite here, and when I just press, it goes up. And I think you will know this code by seeing the block only. Like if touching the edge bounce, it will just be touching the edge, and just press this, it bounces. Means it just goes to a side. See, I'll just keep it here. It goes, and when I just keep here and press this, see, it just bounces. Like only little, not too much. And this set rotation style, don't rotate, we can just keep. It will not rotate. If we'll just keep left right, it will just like set rotation style, and all around can just keep it like this also. And I'm gonna teach you x position, y position, direction afterwards, because these are variables I'm going to teach soon, but not now. And next we are going to move to looks. Say hello for 2 seconds. It'll just say hello for 2 seconds. Just I'm going to count 2 seconds. 1, 2. As you see, if I just keep it as 1 second, and if I just press up of this, 1, see, it just stops. And now say hello, it will be forever saying hello, it will not stop. Then think, it'll just give a think of, see, it'll just give a think action. Now here it just gives a different style, and when I just keep think action, it gives a different style. And think 2 seconds, I think you know, because I already said so, or say hello. And think hum, it will be saying forever. The style is different. And costume, when I just press switch costume, it has two costumes, it'll just be switching. And next costume, or when I just use switch costume to one, just switch costume to one. And next costume helps us to just make it, and moving, like just giving an action like movement. Now it's not walking now, but we can make it walk. And switch backdrop, backdrop means the background. I'm gonna just take another backdrop. I'm gonna just choose the backdrop from here. If you just press on that, you can just choose backdrop, or you can draw it also. And I'm going to use switch backdrop to one, just switch. And when I use switch backdrop to two, or basketball one, it just switches. You are thinking we can make Mario games how? Means how can we make Mario games? As you see, over here we'll just keep a color, and we'll just say switching the color switch backdrop. And I will teach you that also. The next backdrop, when you click this, it goes to next backdrop. If there are two backdrops, first it goes to backdrop 2, then backdrop 1. Just be switching. And size, just determine the size of the character. You can just decide the size of the character over here also. Now the size is set as 100, I can just make it 200 and just click it. And when I just click this, it becomes more bigger. See, now I'm gonna just use -10, and I can make it small. Instead of that, I'm going to use this method for getting a good size. Yes. And now I'm going to move to set size to 100. When I just click this, the size goes to 100. You can just decide other size also. For example, 200, 290. When I just click this, it says to 290. Or 100. When I just press again, it goes. And color effect, I already showed you this key. If you just keep it up of this, then it works. In other way it doesn't work. Then when I just give key or anything, it just go color effect. When I just give this, it just changes the color. Then when I just use set to this, then it just go. But you can use this button only one time. It'll this color, see, goes back to its own color. And when I just use clear graphic effects, when I just press on it, the graphic effects will be cleared. And next, show and hide. When I just press hide, the sprite will be hidden, and when I just press show, the sprite will be shown. Or we can use these keys also to hide and show. And for stopping this hum, you have to just click up of this again, or you can just use say hello option for 2 seconds. And inside the looks, you're going to go to other thing, go to front layer. Like if there's any sprite back of you and it's covering you, you can just use front layer. If any sprite is, and if you want to go back, you can just use back layer. Then go front to one layer, two layers, you can just set it, you can just use it. And this are variables. I'm going to teach you the variables afterwards. Next we are going to move to sound. When I just press off this, the sound just appears, and we can just record our own sound. Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you scratch. Like this we can make animations also, you can see. And I'm gonna just save it, and I'm gonna just use recording one. And now stop sound recording one, like this we can just use. And stop all sounds, if we just use this, we use forever option. How to use stop all option? When I use stop all sounds, it stops all of the sounds. And change pitch, I think you all know what is pitch, so I'm not going to say more about this. And set also, I'm not going to say more. And clear sound effects, we can just clear the sound effects of that pitch. And we can just increase the volume to -10, or we can just make the volume more. And next is variable. I'm not going to teach anything about variable. Then over here we come the controls. I'm gonna just take any key, or even this is called events, but I just like it to call it controls. I'm just taking this flag. When the flag is pressed, it goes. And when I just use space key, when the space key is pressed, it goes to the 10 steps up. Then I can just use when the sprite is clicked. When I just click up of this, it goes 10 steps front. And can just use when backdrop switches to backdrop 2, just basketball 1, then go to steps front. So I'm gonna just with the backdrop, go to looks, switch backdrop, and see it just moves 10 steps front when I just click on this, because the backdrop switches to basketball 1. Now I'm gonna just switch to backdrop 1, and when I just press on this key, it just moves. And next we're gonna use just loudness, like see hello, hello, hello. See, just moves 10 steps front. Hello, 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 hello. See, when I just shout more louder, it just moves 10 steps front. More. See, as you see, I'm not going to press anything, it just moves by itself because I'm using loudness key. And this is messages. When you receive message 1, we can just set that messages, and when you receive message 1, move 10 steps, we can just set. And we can just use broadcast message for just broadcasting the message 1, then broadcast and wait. We can just use this also, it'll just be wait 10. And now we are going to use wait 1 second. When I just use this key, And this key, it just waits 1 second, then start moving 10 steps front and repeat 10 times. When I use this key, when I pressed it in, just repeats 10 times the movement. And forever option. When I use forever option, it will be just moving 10 steps forever. You can just keep it anyway. And I'm gonna just stop this. Oh, I can't find the sprite. So better to use these directions. Let us try with 200 and see if the sprite came here. Just be moving for forever, and you can just catch this for stopping the movement. And if when we use if, and for if you need to go to sensing. So sensings I'm going to teach now only. I'm not going to teach more about sensings. When you see how to understand by yourself, touching mouse pointer, move 10 steps, and how to use forever option over here for activating it forever. I just press when it touches to the mouse pointer, it just moves 10 steps. When it doesn't touches to the mouse pointer, it doesn't move even. And if you can choose color instead of this, and keys, you can just choose a key like key when key space is pressed, and when I just press space, it moves just like the same as you see it starting like this. You can just use keys like that only. And now the next thing, if else, it just use two keys at the same time. And I'm going to use -10. Now when I just press space, it just goes in a other direction. See, space moves front and back, because else is used, it will just be moving front only. And when I just press space, it just goes back. I think you understood if else. You have an if and if else just looks like same, but they are not same. And wait until, you can just keep wait until like to the variables and operators. And I'm going to just teach wait until afterwards, and repeat until is also like that only. And stop all key, and I just press move 10 steps and use forever option on this. And if I want to stop all, I can just press this and everything stops. Let us again over here use 200 to making the sprite visible. And I just set the size to 200. 100. Yeah. And onwards you can use stop this script. And over here, for this you have to just use if key if mouse pointer touches like that, for making it understand. If I inside this, and you can just keep this over here. And when mouse pointer touches, move 10 steps, or inside this you can just keep this. And over here you can keep this, and you can just use any your favorite key. I'm going to just use space. When I just press space, it just goes. When the mouse pointer touches, it stops. See, the script stops. When I just press space, the script starts running. When I just stop this, the script stops running. And next is clone. When I start clone, when the clone is started, you can just set that and create a clone myself. When I just press this, the clone will be created. See, if you can't see it, the clone is created over here. Have created too many clones. You can just click space when press space create clone, and I'm going to just erase them. And I'm going to just add a sprite for showing it better, a banana. And when I press up of this, the clones are created for banana. 1, 2, When I how much time I press that, that many times the banana will be created. But you can just choose when the sprite is placed, create clone. I'm gonna erase everything and delete this clone. If I just create myself a clone over here, when I just click delete this clone over here, and the clones will be deleted. For example, when I just use and key like when press space delete this clone like, then the clones will be deleted, or you can just use this key for deleting all the clones. That's the easy way. And next we are going to just move to sensings. I thought you already the sensings. The inside the sensings there are more variables also, and this just ask your question. I just do st doesn't choose anything, but when I just use this variable, I'm just showing the variable for this only. And when I just answer dd or something, now your name will be displayed here. You can ask you anything, and you can just change the variable name also. I'm gonna just hide this variable and just remove this, and I'm gonna teach you about these variables afterwards. But these are not variables, these are just shows mouse points and set draggable. So when I just go inside this, I can't drag this sprite. When I'm inside this one, I can drag this sprite. So for that, you have to just choose forever option. I'm gonna just activate this, and when I go inside this also, I can just drag this sprite anywhere where I want. Draggable option is available here. They're not draggable. See over here I can drag, but I can't drag over here anytime. But normally we doesn't need to keep this option because that we can't drag it. And next, operators I'm going to teach you afterwards. See, when I just use join banana apple banana, it just goes and join this over here. Operators I'm going to teach you afterwards because operators are like connected to variables. See, now I'm going to teach you variables. We can make your own variable. I'm going to just make all coder, this all coder, and this is my variable just displays here. Inside the operators, I'm not going to teach more about operators. I'm going to just teach less. All coder. Inside this, all coder plus or instead of that, all coder is equal to values. All coder is equal to, when I just use any key up of this. And for using keys, you have to use another method. See, all coder goes 50, like equal to means false. So now all coder equal to 50, and if all coder equal to 50, no, if all coder equal to 0, then inside the variables we can go and set all coder to 50. And when I just activate it, all coder is 0, it just goes to 50. And instead of this, you can just use set all coder to 0, then you can just press up of this. Then when I just press up of this, all coder is 0, so it goes to 50. Operators are used like this. Just use instead of if and more and my block, you can just define your own block or make your own block, but you can't just use these blocks like for building or nothing. You can just use these blocks for defining something. You're gonna just need this two you can just keep how many you want. You can just make it, and you have to name this. Then see, it just gives you this. And by this, when you just use this, it's the other thing, and you can just label this when you click that. I'm going to show more about this because this you have to understand and use it yourself. For using this, you need little hard work and little time. It doesn't allow you to remove the real block, but you can just remove it normally. Okay, it doesn't allow, but you can just click delete block. Okay, edit and delete, and you can delete everything from here as useful. Okay, We can't run it. Let us just leave this block here. Let us just move to another side. We all learned everything in Scratch today. Every variable, every sound, everything. So we are going to just create a simple thing today. And simple project we can say. Let us just create it. Gonna just make this direction clear. Let us just use point because it's not working. Okay. And we are not going to use all the keys. Today we are going to just use the loudness key as you see. Loudness 10%. Then jump up key let us use. Um, just take this direct, just keep it over here. Then you get this. Then just keep this over here. Then you get this. No, not this. This goes here. And when I just keep this over here and this, and you have to just go to events or this, we'll just go to event and we'll just go to events and take this key and we'll just take repeat 2 times. Then inside the first repeat we'll just keep the down thing. Then inside the second repeat we'll just keep this. I think this key is not needed for now. Hello, hello. See, the gravity is created. Hello, hello. And over here, and over here, you can see just goes down and up when we just use this. And we can just keep and thing coming like this. And when it's coming, we can just use our noise to make it jump. Ah, see, it just stays up. So we can just hide the all code variable also. We can use it for other things. And I'm going to teach more projects how to do in Scratch. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't go. We are not going to end here. We're going to just make a thing over here. Let us just take an arrow. Let us just delete this first three properties of arrow and keep B. Just keep here and we are going to just go to this we are going to take, just copy this and just remove this go tos over here. See, this just goes here. Then next you can just take the position of this. Then we can just keep this, but you can just copy this into arrow properties also. I have forgot to do it in arrow. And now when I just press up of this, just goes in a direction like when I just keep it here, just comes here. It will not be repeated every time. So for repeating every time, you have to just use forever option. Just keep it. Just coming here. I'm going to make more about this. That's why I'm just using this simple key. You can just use glide instead of this as your ideas, and we can just keep if touching. We should not touch this arrow. That's the game. Stop. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, ooh. See, if you just ooh. See, but still, I'm not setting that thing, so I'm thinking to set it. Let us just take all coder key only. Let us just separate it. Okay. So, if touching the arrow, set all coder to 0. So you have to just go over here operators and just go to if in controls and operators or sensing. If touching arrow, set no, if touching arrow, yeah, set all coder to 0, and you have to just take the real thing of this. When press this, set all coder to 10, and if touching arrow, set all coder to 0. If all coder equal to 0, you have to keep like that. When press this, and you have to just give forever option here also, forever. When press this, then if operators all coder equal to 0, all coder you have to drag inside this equal to 0, switch backdrop to basketball, and you have to just activate it forever. Then events, when click this, then now the next thing you have to do is go to costumes, and you can just design your own sprite like this by clicking paint and backdrop, and over here I'm going to just write you lose or type you lose. I think it doesn't appear good, so I'm going to just make it big. Yes. So let us just start this game. Wait just a second. Have to activate this code also. Ah, see, I just lost starting only. And before that, you have to just keep this duplicate and have to go to looks. And before that, head over here you have to just use stop all option. If all code are equal to 0, switch backdrop to backdrop 1 and stop all. Then press this, switch backdrop to backdrop 1. And now let us just play. Keep it here. Okay, start. Oh, ah, just a second. Ah, hello, hello, hello. If we just stop it, we just adjust to that, and we just lose. And this is the game. I think you like the game. Please subscribe my channel, like and share it. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.